So we continue with these 5 hindrances. So on Monday, I was talking about the hindrances of restlessness and regret, and that those talks, that talk I was talking about, how to overcome those hindrances of regret and restlessness and regret in the more wider manner. Not like in the Chittanupassana or in the Dhammanupassana, but in a sense of, we got to associate with people who are calm and peaceful, things like this. Now, tonight, before we go into the fifth hindrance, let us go into an overall view about the 5 hindrances. There are many examples the Buddha gave about, imagery, or give you a certain understanding about what is these 5 hindrances in the overall context. Then in the many other parts of the sutta also it goes into an individual part of the hindrances. Like what we are doing, we are going into the individual parts and we try to understand and overcome those hindrances. Now, so one part of, I'm going to share a few things. One part is this, the Buddha talk about a heap of wholesomeness. Can you all see this? Okay. Okay, you all can see, yeah? All right, let me do a bit bigger this. Okay. Hopefully you all can see. Okay, a heap of this one is called a heap of wholesomeness. This is under Samyutta Nikaya. Samyutta Nikaya. The chapter is called Satipatthana Samyutta. Under Satipatthana Samyutta. So, at Savatthi, the Blessed One said this: Bhikkhu, if one were to say anything, a heap of unwholesome, it is about the 5 hindrances, that one could rightly say this. For this is a complete heap of unwholesome, that is the 5 hindrances. What 5? The hindrance of sensual desire, the hindrance of ill will, the hindrance of sloth and torpor, the hindrance of restlessness and remorse, and the hindrances of doubt. Now, if one were to say anything, a heap of unwholesomeness, it is about these 5 hindrances that one could say rightly. Rightly say this: for this is complete heap of unwholesome. That is the 5 hindrances. Okay. Now the Buddha continue. If bhikkhus, if one were to say anything, a heap of wholesome, it is about the 4 establishments of mindfulness, that one could say rightly say this. One could rightly say this: for this is a complete heap of wholesome. That is the 4 establishments of mindfulness. What for? Here, bhikkhus, a bhikkhu dwell contemplating the body, in the body, ardent, clearly comprehending, mindful, having removed covetousness and displeasure in regard to the world. He dwells contemplating feelings in the feelings, mind in the mind, phenomena in the phenomena, ardent, clearly comprehending, mindful, having removed covetousness and displeasure in regard to the world. If one were to say anything, a heap of unwholesome, it is about these 4 establishments of mindfulness, that one could rightly say this: for this is complete heap of wholesome. That is the 4 establishments of mindfulness. Yeah? Now, when the Buddha talked about the five hindrances, this including a lot of all our daily unwholesome mental states also, during in the meditation also, when if you are not careful. uh, but the thing is that the Buddha also gave us the remedy in a sense, that is to say, the four establishments of mindfulness is a heap of wholesome, all the wholesomeness, it falls under these four establishments of mindfulness. The thing is that a lot of people, even a lot of devotees do not want to take this as something which is very concrete, very this although the Buddha says it, but a lot of devotees doesn't have faith about these things. A lot of people, for example, they says that now if you are just sitting there meditating, what wholesomeness are you doing? What wholesomeness are you doing? Right? So the Buddha says that what wholesomeness are you doing? If you no not Buddha, the people, the devotees, will say that if you are just sitting there, you're not doing anything else. Yeah. You're not helping the temple. You're not helping everything. What is there? What is the wholesomeness? What much of wholesomeness is there? So most people will say that, oh, okay, you should do dana, or you should do some giving, you should do some service, you should avoid all the more unwholesomeness and so on and so forth. And very few people will say that this development of four foundation of mindfulness is anything but. So therefore, when you are meditating, especially when you do four foundation of mindfulness, you don't realize that how much wholesomeness when your mind goes, when your mind has some degree of purity, and the higher the purity, the stronger and the more powerful that wholesome nature of the mind. Because of that mental development, the purity of the mind. And at the end, of course, it eradicates those defilements and those hindrances. So it is important for us to have that idea, have that understanding that even that you are sitting down there, even that you are doing the walking, if everybody, the whole world can tell you that you are not doing anything good, your loved ones can say that you are just not doing anything wholesome, or even people in the monastery or other monks or nuns would tell you that you're not doing anything good, anything bad, anything good. You're just sitting there. Then, when you have a greater understanding, then this four foundation of mindfulness, it's very, very powerful, very deep. Yeah. So don't underestimate these things. Yeah. But the thing is that you see, in the four foundation of mindfulness, we have five hindrances. In the Dhammanupassana, right? In the Dhammanupassana, or in the Chittanupassana also, we have to deal with these defilements. So how could a defilement, how could these hindrances, and then it becomes something wholesome? Because it falls under four foundation of mindfulness. Just like while we are talking here about all these hindrances, we are using these hindrances. Whenever they arise, we use these hindrances as a stepping stone for higher development, or we use it as a raw ingredient to leapfrog our meditation. But finally, these hindrances, just like all defilements, you have to bring it to at least for a time being, to make it disappear, to abandon it, yeah, to overcome it at least for a period of time. Then only you can able to do your meditation. But while it's there, you have to deal with it. And dealing with it, while you're able to contain it, in the sense that you can able to accept it, in the sense that you are not dwelling into its stories and its history and so on, then you can have some degree of mindfulness to notice this type of thoughts. Then it becomes something wholesome for you, yeah? And it's powerful. Not only you do it, for those people who are helping or guiding or teaching also, there are also this type of uh, merits are very, very powerful. Mm? Mm. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing, let us take a look. All right, we go to the mm, we go to the no okay. Okay. All right, can y'all see? Hopefully, huh? Okay, can y'all see? Can, huh? Okay, good. Okay, view. And bhikkhus, and what bhikkhus is the method of exposition by means of which the 5 hindrances becomes 10. Whatever sensual desire there is for the internal is a hindrance. Whatever sensual desire there is for the external is also a hindrance. Thus, what is spoken of concisely as the hindrance of sensual desire becomes by this method of exposition twofold. All right. Then, hey, I'm missing one. Sorry. That's my ill will. All right. Whatever ill will, internal, external, twofold. Whatever sloth and torpor, internal, external, twofold. Whatever restlessness and regret, internal and external, twofold. Whatever skeptical doubt, internal and external, twofold. So all the dotted one is the same as the second paragraph there. You can find it in the Samyutta Nikaya, chapter 46. Okay, now. What it means by internal and external. Internal means that oneself, all right? External means another, all right? Another. So let's say internal sensual desire of oneself. Then sensual desire internal of oneself, that means perhaps it's not connected to other things out there. Now here, the sensual desire here, internal, then for example, you meditate, you sit down and you meditate, and something become very pleasant to you, very nice. The cushion becomes very soft and very nice, and you think about it. You think about it, perhaps that when you want to go back, you want to have that cushion also, or you want to buy that type of cushion. Your mind is already going into thinking and desiring about that particular cushion. Connected to you. Uh, or or you may be sitting down there meditating, then you may be thinking about food, for example. You think about food, and then you become very you want it, you desire it. That is called internal. External, that means it's external outside of you. That means it can be somebody else. Yeah?